Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be putting on some makeup, and I figured I would be talking about my RP story, or my retinitis pigmentosa, my Usher syndrome, my deafness, my deafness. Anyway, so yeah, so if you don't like makeup, I'm sorry. It helps me while I'm talking. I'm probably gonna be all over the place because I never really talked about my RP, my retinitis pigmentosa, because you guys probably, it's not really talked about a lot on the story. Oh my god. Start from the beginning. So I was born on January 13th, 1997. My mom had a pretty rough rough time giving birth with me. She always thought it was because of her having a hard time giving birth with me that was why I am deaf and now blind. But that is not the case. We later on found that out, and I will explain that later on in the story, but that is not why. We always thought that was why. She always thought that was why. You know, she always blamed it on the doctor. The doctor that she had with me did not deliver me very well. He was, you know, he did not deliver me professionally, according to her. He was just not a very good doctor. But when I was born, they did not do any testing on me to check to see if I had any issues, to see, you know, if I was, you know, deaf, if I had any problems. They just sent me home. So they sent me home, and time's going by. You know, my parents are not really noticing any problems right away, and you know, time's going by, and I'm now 18 months, about 18 months, and there's this one incident. My dad takes me to an air show, and he notices that I'm not, you know, looking up at the sky as these airplanes are going by, and he's like, that's weird, you know, I have this baby and she's not looking up at the sky. He's like, that's weird. So he takes me home, and he talks to my mom, and he's like, you know, she's not looking up. She never looked up at the sky, and, you know, I'm a little concerned. So they're like, okay. And so, you know, he takes me down for a nap, and he takes some pots and pans, and he takes, like, you know how you take some pots and pans, you know, hit them with a spoon to make some noise. So he does that while I'm sleeping, and he does that, and I never woke up from my nap. So this has him scared. So they take me to the doctors, and they explain to the doctor, like, you know, we're a little concerned that she might have some hearing loss, you know, we would like to do some testing. So the doctor's like, okay, we'll do some testing. The doctor comes back and is like, she's profoundly deaf. So now it's like 1998, 1999, and this was when Cochlear implants were, you know, just starting to, like, come around. You know, it's not like now where Cochlear implants are, like, have been around for years and years and years. You know, cochlear implants when I was born, you know, were very, very early, just, you know, were just a thing. And I remember, you know, when I was born, you know, you had to be a certain age. You were only able to, you only were allowed to have it on just 1 year. Like when, now you can literally have on both years now, when you can have it literally just like the day you're born now. It's crazy how much times have changed, and it's just amazing. So my parents were just devastated when they found out that, you know, the kid, the newborn, you know, is deaf. And they didn't even know. You know, they had to find out 18 months later. It's just, I mean, I can't imagine how they must have felt. It's devastating. And, you know, it's not like now, like, where it's still devastating, but it's like now, you know that, you know, okay, like, there's cochlear implants out there now. Back then, it was just like, okay, like, what do we do? And it's like, okay, like, cochlear implants were just a new thing that they were coming up. So they had to make the choice of, like, okay, do we want our kid to, you know, be deaf, or do we go ahead and make the decision for her to be like everyone else? And it, you know, I can't imagine what they must have went through. So they go ahead and choose the route of getting cochlear implants for me, and I'm so glad that they did that, because I'm so glad that I'm able to be able to talk and hear like everybody else. So I'm glad that they made that choice. So they went ahead and did the surgery. It's on my right. The first ear is on my right. Everything went well. I can make a more in-depth video talking more about my cochlear implant surgery if you guys want me to. So everything went well, and years have went by. I did tons and tons and tons and tons of speech therapy, tons and tons and tons of, you know, going to children's hospital appointments, and it was so much work, but it was totally worth it. You know, my speech is excellent. My hearing on this side is about, I would say about, I think it's about almost 90%, you know. And then this year I did surgery about when I was 12 years old. I'm not the greatest at wearing it. It's about at 30%. It's not the greatest. Now, about my RP. What did I say? RP. My RP. So, RP stands for retinitis pigmentosa. It is when the retina in your eye, I'm not exactly sure what it means, but it means like the retina in your eye is like basically destroying, and basically you're going blind. The symptoms as a kid, you are basically scared at the nighttime, and I remember I would be scared of the darkness when I was a kid. I do remember that. It's funny looking back now, being scared of the dark. Because, you know, because I wasn't diagnosed until I was 13. I remember going into the doctor's appointment, and my doctor who was my regular eye doctor, he did 2 surgeries of mine, and he caught on pretty early on. He noticed the rods in my eye were a little funny. I'm not a doctor, so I can't like you have to look this up, but basically he noticed they were different, and he asked me to step outside of the room, or he asked my parents to step outside. I can't remember, but basically it was one or the other, and he was like, I think she needs to see a retina specialist. There was one in the same, you know, doctor's office, and he was like, I think she has retinitis pigmentosa. And you know, I didn't know about this at the time, and I think this was all happening the same day. And you know, we go over to a different doctor. We go over and see a different doctor, and he's looking, I'm getting my eyes dilated, and he's looking at my eyes. There's this big light looking at me. I'm like all confused, and he's saying words like, you know, he's saying all these different words, and my dad's like, you know, is there going to be a cure? You know, he's saying just like words like disease. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? I was just so confused, you know, and I was just so confused. And finally, you know, we step out of the room, and my dad pulls me to the side. We step outside the doctor's office, and my dad's like, you have an eye disease. And I immediately just started bawling. You know, I'm 12 years old, 12 or 13. I'm 13. And I just start bawling because I'm like, what does this mean? Am I going blind? Like, am I blind? Am I going blind like in a year? Am I like what does this mean? I'm like so confused. Like I don't know what any of this means. Like what's going on? It was heartbreaking, because I felt like my whole life I have worked so hard to try to be normal like everybody else, and now I had something else taken away from me. And I feel like with my hearing, it's like a part of me, you know, my whole life, you know, I've accepted being deaf. You know, like, I go up to people and I'm like, if I can't hear them, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm deaf. I didn't hear you, I'm deaf. I've not accepted being blind. I can't accept it. I have a cane, and I've not used it once out in public. I can't accept it. I mean, I accept it. I have to. I'm blind. You know, I accept it. Basically, what retinitis pigmentosa, Usher syndrome is, I basically see this. This is all I can see. I can't see my finger right here. I can't see my finger right here. I can't see my finger right here. Like, I have tunnel vision, and I just got makeup on my pants. It is a slow progress. A lot of people with RP, it takes a while for their vision to progress. Unfortunately, there is no cure for RP. There is no cure for blindness. It is not like hearing, where I was very, very, very fortunate to be able to hear. I hope that one day I am lucky to be able to see. I am very lucky to be able to see like I can today. I can't drive. I never was able to drive. I am in the process of trying to get a eye-seeing dog. I need to be able to, I need to work on getting, I am in the process of getting an eye-seeing dog, but first I need to work on using my cane more. I am a very independent person, and taking away the ability to drive, I will admit, was very, very, very hard. It took a very long time for me to cope with that. I am getting better at being independent, on getting to places on my own, at walking to places, you know, in town. I live in the middle of town. I'm living on my own now. I'm, you know, walking to places on my own and allowing myself to give me that freedom, you know, makes me, you know, feel better about myself. If you're someone like me that has the same disability as me, or even, it doesn't have to be the same disability as me, just know that you are not alone. We are in this together. Not to sound like, you know, cringy or anything like that, or cheesy, but seriously though, you are not alone. I'm still struggling some days. It takes, I'm the type of person who doesn't like to show it. I struggle some days. It's hard, but it gets better. You know, like, trust me, it takes away your independence, and that was hard for me. It was the independence, and that was very hard for me to cope. But you learn how to, you find other ways to deal with it. You find different ways. Look what I just did. Oh my god, no. It looks like I just got beat up in the face. I don't even know how that happened. Look! My makeup's done. Oh my god! It must have gone into the contour. did. I hope that by me talking about my condition helps at least just one person. I hope that it reach out at least one person, and I, you know, start raising awareness, because I've noticed in the YouTube community that there is not a lot of people talking about blindness. I just think that more people should start talking about, you know, disabilities, and start raising awareness about, you know, the blind, you know, the deafness, because people need to just feel better about themselves. And it took me a long time, and I wish I had somebody to talk to, and I just want to make other people feel better, because I know that it took me a while to feel better, and I definitely wish I had people to talk to that were in the same boat as I was. Because like I said, being deaf, that was a part, I felt like that was a part of who I was. I forget that I'm deaf. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm deaf. I'm like, I forget that I wear Cochlear implants at times. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to cuss, crap. But I'm like, crap, I forget to take my implant off when I fall asleep. So I take my implants off when I go to bed. I can't stand when I sleep with my implant on. My fiance snores, and it freaking drives me insane. I can't stand it. Let me know if any of you guys out there that are deaf like me, if it bothers you, or if you're normal hearing and it bothers you, and you wish that you could take your implants off. Because trust me, I feel you. Okay, what is going on here? This Kat Von D palette, I know this is makeup, and I'm sorry, but I just have to like interrupt for 1 second. Do you see this? It looks like I have dirt all over my face. I promise I don't suck at makeup. RP, if you have like any type of like blindness, let me know in the comments below so we can start spreading awareness, and you know, to get, you know, comments going down below, and I will be sure to respond back, and you know, to get conversations going. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video right here. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my makeup off camera. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys much longer. Let me know if I missed anything about being deaf, about, you know, Usher syndrome, RP. Let me know if I missed anything. I can totally do separate videos just mainly talking about Usher syndrome, retinitis pigmentosa. They're pretty much the same thing, but I can totally go more in depth about, you know, my personal experiences, or what they mainly are, or, you know, let me know if you guys want to talk more about anything. But this is just my personal experience, just, you know, just overall, just briefly talking about it. Like I said, this is my first time talking on camera in like literally 2 years, so I'm a little bit like so yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and bore you guys much longer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.